in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
To throw on second down, Burns. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his prime. Going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. Mills now. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
From the 25 on second down, Mills.
And that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Franklin. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Now Mills on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
He'll buy some time right. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs 7, Dolphins nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down to about the 35, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Vincent. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And he'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. And it's caught. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. That time on the run pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Dolphins nothing.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Vincent. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. This throw incomplete. Nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Vincent. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Now Mills.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, Dolphins 7.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. Looking to throw. Vincent. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. Franklin. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action. Mills. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion comes the tight end left. To throw, Mills. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Well, they go with a tight end carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Franklin. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground. It's Franklin. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. He put quite a bit of air. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. And I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On second down now, it's Franklin. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
On play action, Mills.
He finds his man, complete. That's Franklin. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Franklin. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mills to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down on coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On second down, they'll run it here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Back to throw. Vincent. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Off play action. Vincent. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Vincent. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mills. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with the football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Up the middle they go. It's Franklin, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Play action now, Mills. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play fake, Mills. Incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Mills. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
He finds his man, complete. That's Franklin. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's a give up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake. Vincent. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Vincent. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got him in. Complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mills back to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Here's the option play now to the left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. He's going to keep this again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Off play action. Vincent. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. Here's Mills. And he's got his man on the out route. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mills looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. Crossing route complete to Ross. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Dolphins, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year.